過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you on another new chapter of Gundam Seed Soldier. And I'm already 100% aware that this isn't going to be one of my best, well-received stories. Mostly, it's not going to get as popular. Because, again, Gundam series may be popular in one of the best mecha genres of all time, but let's just face it, not a lot of people are going to get tons of notifications or see it as groundbreaking after all. So, but even so, I would still love to do it, and I still want to enjoy making a story like this. Not for the views, but how I would change things in the Seed universe. That's all. Any rate, little bit of a recap. In the last chapter, Eren was now confronted by the crew of the Archangel. Well, it's 3 COs of the Earth Alliance ship. The acting captain being Narumi Ramius, the second in command of the ship, Nataru Bajirul, and also the mobile armor pilot Mu Laflaga, as they wanted answers from our interdimensional Gunpla battler, with him giving that of a fake-ass story of that he is a mercenary and that he was planning on working with the Alliance military. Not only that, he also gave them the story, which is basically a fact, that he basically built his own mobile suit, or rather, his Gunpla, the Loveless, but with his own hands. With that suit, he soon becomes that of a member of the Archangel crew, but as that of a freelance soldier, with then soon giving Lacus Klein back to the ZAFT forces while being in contact with the commander of the Creuset team, Raul Creuset, with the two skirmishing with each other, however soon stopped when Lacus basically shows that she is not somebody who can just be used as that of a hostage, which shows that Eren has great respect for her. And him and Kira head back to the Archangel. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 3, A Reason to Fight. And currently in the real world, a young African-American young man who currently looks like in his early 20s is now on a plane to Miami as his appearance and current attire, with his hairstyle being that of dreadlocks, but come together into that of a ponytail. Not only that, he's also sporting that of a small mustache as well. As for his attire, he has that of a casual black t-shirt with the words saying Gunpla Forever, with also wearing that of regular blue jeans, but also wearing that of black and white Jordans as well, with then soon thinking, Eren, hope you're all right, man. As this person is Gabriel Hawkins, the rival and close friend to Eren in Gunpla, as Eren has been somewhat of a semi-pro of Gunpla battles ever since when he started playing Gunpla when he was in middle school. He's a hard worker, strict, and always to the point. And not only that, is honest to a fault as well, given his upbringing being in that of a strict, Christian lifestyle after all. However, even though he was a devoted Christian in his family, he still couldn't help but love the idea of scientific advancements, especially into space. He loves sci-fi series such as Star Wars, Space Trek, superhero comic books that focus more on heroes in space, and also, but but what drove him the most is that of the Gundam franchise. It's what truly drew him to what on the technological advancements that humanity could do in space. He is aware that the series is mostly about the ideas of war and how it leads to that of conflict and suffering. But personally, he could care less about that. What he truly cares about more is the technology instead. Because of the series, it got him into Gunpla battles, no matter what, even though he would prefer if he was that of a, astrophysicist instead. He's aware of his limitations, given that he's not really that smart, after all. He doesn't have that of a high GPA, and he's not really that bright, except that him being that of a hard worker and dedicated. Hell, he was barely even able to graduate college, after all. To him, Gunpla is the only thing he's truly good at, creating his customized Gunpla and Gunpla battle as well. But when he met Sam and also Aaron, he couldn't help but have respect for the two kids after all. See them as his closest friends, not just in Gunpla, but in reality, with seeing Aaron as his one and true rival. And once he heard that his friend and rival had some kind of problem given that Sam's experiment, he couldn't help but worry for his friend and basically try to find the closest plane ticket to head to Miami. Little did he forget, plane tickets still are damn costly no matter what. Hopefully once he gets to Miami, Sam would basically buy him another plane ticket on that rich kid's salary instead. But even so, he's still worried for his friend though, for Aaron's stability. Within the captain saying, "This is your captain speaking. We'll be arriving in Miami in that of 30 minutes or so. So make sure to gather all your belongings, and I hope you had a magnificent flight." Hearing this, Gabe couldn't help but take that of a sigh, saying, "This better been worth it. But still, I really do hope he's all right." With that, soon, Gabe finally arrives at Miami, with soon taking that of a taxi to Samuel's apartment complex. Still a little bit shocked and surprised that Sam basically got his very own apartment, but also not surprised at the same time, given that this is the same rich boy who's been in Gunpla tournaments all this damn time, and yet doesn't really care if he wins or loses, as long as he has a good time and that's it. Always thought that the kid was somewhat annoying at first, but realized that he's not that bad, but still annoying though. As he soon arrives, Gabe basically trips on one of the security wires, soon alarms begin to blare, Gabe couldn't help but say, "God damn it, I thought he told us he shut this thing down." As he covers his ears, he soon calls Sam, telling him to shut down the security system, on the line saying, "I thought I shut it down," saying, "No, you didn't! Shut it down, damn it!" Soon, a couple minutes later, the security soon go down. Before then, a couple of cops soon show up, saying, "In God's glorious name, why me?" A couple minutes later, after explaining the situation, Sam soon saying, "How many times do I got to apologize for the rest of your damn life for putting me through this bullshit?" Saying, "Oh, come on, I'm sorry." Saying, not gonna happen. Continue apologizing. Saying, "Oh, man, you make one mistake and somebody holds it over you. I could have gone to jail, asshole." Saying, "And I would have helped you out." Saying, "Would you?" Saying, "Yes." Gabe taking that of a deep sigh, pinching the bridge of his nose, saying, Where's Aaron?" Saying, "Yeah, he's currently sleeping right now." Saying, "Good. How is he?" "Still a little shaken, to be honest. I mean, after the shit he told me, how can I not be shocked and surprised? Saying, so what did he tell you? With then soon Sam scratching the back of his head, saying, quite a bit, to be honest. I mean, being able to go into the seed universe, I mean, that's amazing. I didn't think my device could actually pierce through the veil of different universes. This is groundbreaking. Saying, it's also completely dangerous. Seeing what happened, saying, well, yeah, but still, it's dangerous. If you continue with this project and continue having other people get hurt, then a lot of innocent people are going to suffer. Especially if you plan on selling this to other people, to that of Bandai, and they have a problem with it. Saying, that's exactly why thanks to Aaron, I was able to figure out the problem. With them saying, you did? Saying, yeah, but I'll explain that another time. But right now, the system that I used to send Aaron to the seed universe, it's still up and running. Saying, it is? Why haven't you? I got a reason for that. Or rather, Aaron does. So once he wakes up, he can, saying, I'm already up, as coming from one of the spare rooms, as it being Aaron, taking out of a nap, with then having that of his spare clothes that he had in his that he had in his bag when he came back. With then Gabe saying, you okay, Aaron? Saying, I'm doing good, thanks. But glad to see that you're here, Gabe. It gives me a lot more easy to explain things to you in person instead of over the phone. Saying, yeah, but again, how did everything go? Are you sure that you're all right? Saying, not entirely. But I'm guessing Sam might have already told you about the other half, about me being in the seed universe. Saying, of course. But he did lay off on when you rescued Lacus Klein. So, saying, yeah. Well, let's just say my anger towards Kira kind of made some frictions with the crew. Well, some of them at least. With then Gabe raising an eyebrow, saying, explain. With then back in the Universal Century, during the time when Aaron Ant is still in the Seed universe, back on the Archangel, he's currently in the Loveless Gundam, as he's going through that of a simulation, since the system is similar to that of, Gunpla Battle Nexus, some players can create their own personal mission simulations. The current simulation that he's going through is that of a battle between that of 5 Nazca-class ships, with that of 20 Gins, with also fighting against the Creuset team as they're piloting the GAT series Gundams, being the Duel, Buster, Blitz, Aegis, and Raoul Creuset CGUE, with then as Aaron basically blitzing through each and every one of them, taking out each and every Gin effortlessly without even breaking a sweat, shooting them down effortlessly without even feeling like he's putting too much of a strain on himself. Currently, right now, it's on that of the highest difficulty, that being that of Maniac Expert, however, facing against that of the Gundams on the other hand, and the Char clone would be that of a problem, with soon as the Blitz soon switches to its anti-ship shotgun, shooting that of multiple shots towards the Loveless, within Aaron spinning around, dodging each shot, before soon aiming his Vulcans from his GM Vulcans from his wrist. As the shots land, they don't really do much, with then soon Aaron basically bringing out his double-bladed extend twin beam saber, and soon cuts off the shotgun. before finishing off the Buster by stabbing the saber into its main lock-on camera on the top of the V fin of the Gundam, before then kicking it away. As then transforming, he soon dodges multiple shots from the Aegis and also the duel, as it's currently in its assault shroud configuration, with the Aegis Gundam in its mobile armor form as well. With then the Aegis shoots its Agni cannon, with then Eren dodging it, with soon Allelujah saying, "Almost there, Eren. Just give it a little bit more." Saying, I know. With saying, "You can still use I'm not gonna waste the rampage system on these guys just yet. I need to save it at least a little bit." With then soon as another Agni blast, with then as Eren soon flips over while transforming, as then aiming his beam rifle towards the Aegis Gundam, shooting it right in where the Agni cannon's beam was at, with dead center, just basically blowing up the Aegis Gundam, with then the dual Gundam getting caught up in the explosion as its phase shift begins to fail. With then seeing the opportunity, Eren, readjusting himself, blitzes as fast as he can, going to the dual Gundam, and then stabbing it right into the cockpit, with then splitting in half from the gut up to the gut to the head, with then it exploding. All that's left is that at the Blitz Gundam, as it soon uses its Mirage Calloy to basically sneak around Eren as it goes in and out, trying to find the perfect opportunity to strike. But then it soon gets out of its Mirage form, before then bringing out its beam saber shield, trying to strike down at Eren. As then he's soon using the bottom end of his double saber, with then blocking it and then slicing off the shield, before then cutting off the main camera of the Blitz. With then Allelujah come up and say, "Still have a soft spot for Nicole Amalfi, it seems," saying, yeah, keep laughing. With then kicking the Blitz away from him. With soon all that was left was the CGUE, as it continues blitzing past the Loveless, with then getting pelted with that a beam fire over and over again, as it switches to its beam railgun bazooka, with soon multiple particle blasts began to send flying at the Loveless, with then Eren dodging each and every shot, before then thinking, this is Raul Creuset at his weakest, given that the CGUE may be its current powerful mobile suit for the ZAFT forces in the plants. However, once he gets to Providence, he's literally a goddamn monster. However, right now, he's not even worth that of a problem. With then soon, as Eren says this, he continues dodging each and every one of the railgun's beam blasts, with then soon the Creuset switching once again to his beam rifle. With then seeing this, Eren soon shoots at the beam rifle. As he gets closer, soon bringing out his beam saber once again, about to strike. However, the Creuset soon switches to his beam saber too, as the two begin to clash over and over, before then soon the Creuset kicks at the Loveless, knocking Eren back, before then switching back to his railgun, before soon Eren shoots at the railgun this time, as the Creuset copy drops it. Within seeing the opportunity, Eren then soon brings out the Rampage system, within saying, "Goddess Minerva, show me the way. Show me the path to victory." With then the goddess system activates, with soon purple light begins to emit around the Loveless, as then the thrusters soon take instead of the usual light blue fire to that of a maniacal dark purple, with then soon at full speed the Loveless rams into the CGUE before then unloading multiple GM Vulcans from the head of the Loveless into the CGUE's main camera before then the Creuset copy was about to hit the Loveless before then Aaron soon kicks the CGUE away before then bringing out his beam saber and then tossing it to the CGUE as it soon cuts it in two, soon exploding. After that, the simulation ends, saying simulation end, total results, with then Aaron taking that of trying to take a breather, with soon panting pretty hard, as then Ali saying, looks like your results are, with then time being that of 10.15 minutes, the amount of kills being that of 25, and all about rank, with then soon it goes to that of an A, with then saying, what? Seriously? An A? I thought I was gonna get an S. Saying, well, you did leave the ships alive, so there was a chance that they could resupply. Not only that, you would have gotten more bonus points if you didn't keep Nicole and Malfi alive in the Blitz. So there's that too. So saying, yeah, I get it. I'm too kind-hearted for my own good. Well, to characters that actually don't deserve to die. I mean, seriously, Nicole did not need to be killed for Kira to basically feel bad for himself that he killed somebody when he's literally been doing it constantly throughout the entire early half of Seed. I mean, come the fuck on. That guy really is hanged up over the stupidest of shit when he's basically done the same thing over and over again. It's goddamn hypocritical for my sake. With then Sue and then Ali saying, don't tell me that, tell him that, saying, yeah, right. Even if I tell the Gundam franchise's version of that of Jesus Christ, you really think he's going to listen to me? You see what he becomes in C Destiny, with then soon getting out of the cockpit, moving his GP base, as then soon he realized that a few people were staring at him, with then soon Murdoch noticing that everybody's staring at Aaron, with Aaron actually kind of confused as well, with then Murdoch floating over to Aaron, as then Aaron lands back down on the surface, as he internally thinks, oh god, I'm still not going to get used to that of zero gravity, with then Murdoch saying, yo, kid, saying, huh? Oh, hey, Mr. Murdoch, saying, none of that Mr. crap, man. It's Kojiro Murdoch, or just Murdoch, with then saying, all right, you can call me Ace. None of this kid crap. Saying, yeah, I heard. Sucks not having a name. Saying, yeah, it does. But I've gotten used to it. It's not like it's going to change anything. With then saying, I guess so. So, care to explain what you were doing in your mobile suit all this time? Saying, huh? Oh, yeah. I guess it's the best chance for me to explain that. I was doing a simulation, actually. Saying, simulation? Yeah. In my cockpit, I'll be able to run simulations on certain battles and tactics that our enemies could do. Given that I do have an AI that also runs the variables and situations that could lead to battle. I also got my own system as well that gives me a chance, that also predicts certain aspects in battle. With then Murdoch saying, that's something else. Not really good at the whole programming thing, but if you need somebody to fix up your mobile suit, then I'm your guy. Saying, I get you, man. I get you. but you probably won't need to. With then Murdoch saying, why is that? With then Aaron couldn't help but comment saying, because like hell I'm ever going to get hit. Even if and just telling you this now, it's not because I got phase shift armor. It's another reason. With after saying this, soon Murdoch saying, ugh, he's a cocky kid, but that cockiness is kind of, well, understandable given what he did the last time we saw him. Not only he basically disarmed an entire battleship, but even able to strike down multiple Gens. Hell, it takes like what? 5 mobile armor fighters to basically take down at least one? He was able to do it effortlessly, even if it was in a mobile suit. And if I recall, the kid even has a problem even just taking down at least a couple of them, taking down at least 3 of them. With then soon one of the mechanics, and I would say, hey, you said, I heard that what the doc and the command say he's a natural, but I have a hard time believing it. Maybe he's half coordinator by any chance. They're rare, but it's impossible after all. With then Murdoch saying, and I don't remember asking for your 2 cents. We're paying you to repair these mobile suits and the Mobius Zero, not to give out your theories. With then the mechanic saying, right, sorry, sir. With then, as for Aaron, he's soon heading back to his quarters. With then soon, Aaron ran into that of the Heliopolis crew, with Kira being there as well, except that of Flay. With then soon, with then Tola saying, hey, Ace, you doing all right? Saying, yeah, just came back from the hangar from a simulation. With then soon, Morales saying, simulation? Saying, yeah, actually. What do you guys do? Aren't you guys supposed to be on the bridge to take care of the controls? Within Sai saying, they gave us the command to take at least a little bit of a break. We're on our way back then. As for with then saying, what about you, Kira? What are you doing? Heading into the hangar? Saying, no, I'm actually planning on getting some rest. Saying, seriously? You could at least modify your mobile suit's MS to improve its mobility and skill instead of just doing nothing. Saying, what do you expect me to do? Saying, I expect you as somebody who pilots a mobile suit to get ready. Saying, and who said I wanted to pilot a mobile suit? With then Aaron grabbing Kira by his collar. With then suit, everybody was caught off guard by this. With then even Kira saying, what are you saying? I expect you to protect the people on this ship, besides just your friends. This isn't, you may think you're still neutral, but in fact, none of you guys are. Not anymore, that is. With then hearing this, with then Aaron still continuing saying, you got involved as soon as Orb started building mobile suits, even for the Earth Alliance. You all knew that something like this was, everybody knew that it's most likely that Orb was going to get involved in the fighting some way or somehow. They may have done this in secret, but it still doesn't judge the fact that the people of Heliopolis may be part of the neutral nation of Orb, but none of you people are basically neutral any longer. You basically saw war and saw what could happen. And now you're aware of what the war can do and how far it's going to continue going. So I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do? And tell me, what are you really just fighting for? Because I've heard what the captain has told me, your reasoning alongside the Commander LaFlaga too, that you're only here, that the only reason you're piloting the mobile suit is to protect your friends. Newsflash, kid, your friends are also trying to help you out as well. You can't just use that as an excuse. Stop being naive. With then soon pushing Kira back, with then passing them saying, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to get some rest after that simulation. As Aaron soon floats off, with then soon Tola saying, man, that guy is intense. with then Rally saying, what's that guy's problem? And especially treating it out on Kira, with then Kira looking down, with soon Cuzzy saying, I mean, he's not completely wrong, Kira, with then soon everybody looking at the black-haired kid, with then saying, hey, I'm only saying what he's saying. I mean, like he said, like everyone else has been saying, you're the only one that can pilot the strike. And to be honest, it showed, and not only that, you're able to pilot it so easily and effortlessly, like without a problem. Not only that, you heard what Aaron said. He went through a simulation through his mobile suit. That means that he goes through this stuff constantly. That probably means he trains a lot and practices a lot inside of it. With then Tola can up and say, guess that makes sense. I mean, he is a natural like the rest of us, except Kira. So it only makes sense that he would, well, have to keep on his toes and continue to train. With then soon Kira can up but look down even more, saying, It's not fair though. He expects me to continue fighting though. After all of us are only doing this until we can get off this ship and head back to Orb. We're not trying to get involved in this. With then Sai basically also saying, but he's also right too. With about us, well, even though we are from Orb, a neutral nation, we're basically far from neutral. We all have been in so many battles and so many fights to try and help the crew of the Archangel live alongside us. Even you've done the same thing, Kira. We can't just expect that, well, everything is just going to go back to normal and live our lives like nothing has ever happened. I mean, Heliopolis is gone. Orb was working on mobile suits for the Alliance, and ZAFT didn't want them to get any mobile suits. They literally stole them and also blew up our colony and home. It basically shows that both sides will do anything to get the upper hand on each other. So he's right. We're not neutral anymore. At least not us, given what we've seen. With then hearing this, they all couldn't help but feel even more sad and worried, especially hearing the words of Aaron. With then Aaron makes it back to his quarters, with then seeing as right in front of him as it being Flay, with then saying, what the hell? Why is she here? Thought for sure that she would go on the Montgomery with her father. With then saying, hey there, Miss Ouster. Can I ask, why are you here? With then Flay come and say, hey, I heard, I asked a couple of the soldiers to see what you went, and you went to the hangar. And then when I went there, I didn't see you, so I was in my mobile suit doing simulations. Nothing more, nothing less. Just trying to improve my skills and wait until the next battle shows up. With, even though we did return Lacus Klein, I don't trust that snake Creuset after all. With then she's saying, Creuset? With saying, I'm talking about Commander Raul Creuset of the ZAFT forces, one of the best ace pilots of their military. Currently, he's also the leader of the pilots who took the Gundams from Heliopolis and also led the attack there too. With then hearing this, Flake could say, seriously? He did all that? He was the one who did all that? Saying, definitely. The guy on the surface, he seems like he's a pretty well-mannered and well-respected commander, especially in how he speaks and his mannerisms in front of others. But when he's in command on an operation or in a mobile suit, trust me, the guy's a literal monster. He's a beast, a demon. He cares little about the lives lost on not just on the Alliance, but also on his own side as well. That's who he is. With then Aaron internally thinking, because he's a genocidal freaking monster, A damn clone that believes he has the right to basically end humanity's life. It's really sickens me, given that he's just given a short lifespan. Ugh. Next time when I fight him when we descend to Earth, I'm not gonna hesitate, not one bit. With then soon Flay saying, will you be able to beat him? With then Aaron couldn't help but say, maybe. I probably could. Even though I am a pilot, it's still my AI that does all the hard work, not me. And there are limits that an AI can do to support me in battle. It's all I can do is hope that I can be able to bring him down. With then Flay basically holding a water bottle, as Aaron soonly noticed, saying, what's the water for? Oh, saying, it's for you actually. So I saying, thanks. I appreciate that. With then Aaron thinking, seriously, what is with this girl? I mean, sure, I saved her father from being killed after all. Normally, and now she won't have the obsession to wanting revenge on coroners by using Kira as a tool. I mean, that's basically better. So, and that also means that Kira and Sai's friendship won't be strained anymore over this bitch. But now it seems like she's starting to cling to me. With then Aaron internally thinking, is that a bad thing? I mean, she'll be annoying if she tries to manipulate me in some way or another. Then yeah, it's annoying as hell. But if not, then maybe it's better if she clings onto me instead. I mean, keeping Kira away from basically turning into a puppet for this bitch is better than nothing. So yeah, maybe I should. Saying within Aaron internally thinking, no, Aaron, you are not giving in to this bitch. Forget it. Just be nice to her and get it over with. Since she has no reason to join the Alliance, she'll basically be on the escape pod with the civilians here on the Archangel once the 8th Fleet comes in. All I just gotta do is make sure that either the escape pod survives or not. I mean, sure, the civilians on this ship are important. Maybe, well, whatever. We'll get to that when we get to that. Hopefully I'll be able to protect the civilians from freaking Izig's from rage mode right now. With them saying, I appreciate that. Thanks. With then grabs the water bottle. With then Flay saying, well, I'll see you around. With then saying, yeah, see ya. With then soon Aaron entering his quarters, then placing his GP base into the computer that's added to that of all ace pilots on the ship. But then looking at Alleluia saying, so, did you get anything? Saying, well, just telling you this now, even if you did go into battle, you'll still have that of a higher expectations of taking them all out. Not only with that of the goddess system, but also with that of the rampage mode as well. With then saying, yeah, but again, that's only a last resort. Hopefully I won't have to use either. I'll probably use the goddess system off the bat to take out many of the mobile suits and Raoul Creuset if I'm going to protect the 8th Fleet once they'll probably use themselves as a shield for the Archangel's descent. With then Ali saying, probability is most definitely high given this series. So, how much you're going to change? Within Aaron basically crossing his arms saying, plenty. But at least enough to make sure that certain characters survive and certain plots are basically revealed before it's too late. That's all I'm going to do. After that, hopefully Sam is working his ass off to get me out of here. Because seriously, I don't want to be stuck here for the rest of my life, given this backward ass world of racism genetics after all. With then, Aaliyah couldn't help but cross his arms saying, I get you there, definitely. with back on the bridge, within Admiral seeing that the Heliopolis volunteers soon showed up, being that of Cuzzy, Toll, Moralia, and Sai as well. With then soon Ramius asked, "Did you all get enough rest as well you could?" With then Moralia saying, "Yes, we did as much as we can." With then within on the bridge, with soon Captain Bailey of the Montgomery was still speaking with Narumi, saying, "Acting Captain Ramius will be heading with the fleet in at least in a matter of 2 hours. So we all need to get ready." With then soon Narumi couldn't help but comment saying, "Thank you, sir. We'll be ready as soon as possible." I'm pretty sure that the Admiral would be great to know that both the Archangel and the Montgomery was able to survive. With then Bailey couldn't help but comment saying, "Most maybe, but I think he's more glad that the Archangel survived more than our ship. Also, we need to make sure that the civilians be able to get on a shuttle and get back to orb as soon as possible." With then soon Admiral saying, "Already on it. You've already told at least some of the crew members to tell the civilians to get ready." With then soon Sai couldn't help but say, "So we'll finally be able to leave, huh?" Within Cuzzy couldn't help but comment saying, "I'm so happy." With then Sue Toll saying, "True, but..." Moralia, looking at her boyfriend, couldn't help but say, "Tola, you're still thinking about what Ace said, didn't you?" With then hearing the mercenary's name, with then soon Natural couldn't help but comment saying, "What did Mr. Ace comment on?" With then soon Sai saying, "Well, he was mostly arguing with Kira, to be honest, but we were also at it too. It was about that, are we truly neutral in this whole conflict? After everything that we saw, after everything that we went through at Heliopolis, and even here on the Archangel, should we even have the right to continue on believing that we're not really involved in this war?" With then hearing this, soon Narumi and many of the actual, crew members of the Archangel are feeling somewhat, nervous. With then Arnold, the helmsman, could up and say, "It's up to you kids. You're not really soldiers, so you actually have a choice to leave. Many of us chose to be part of the Alliance. It's up to you if you guys want to choose or not." With then hearing this from the silent voice helmsman of the Archangel, with then soon Narumi couldn't help but speak up as well, saying, "He's right. It's all up to you, but I would prefer it if you all are able to leave the ship if you can. After all, you all volunteered to help out, and you all did it mostly for Kira. If knowing and sight, we basically had to tell Kira to continue fighting after all. I rather prefer it if we don't have to continue having him fighting. Besides, we also have Mr. Aaron helping out in his mobile suit, so we'll have nothing to worry about too much." With then hearing this, many of them feel a little bit ease, but also still feel a little bit hesitant as well. With then soon on that of the Vesalius, with the Creuset team, with then saying, the Legate ship and the Alliance ship will be heading with the 8th Fleet. Good thing that many of us decided to call in reinforcements. The 8th Fleet has been the biggest thorn in our side since the beginning of this war. I think it's best that we take out both the Legate ship and it all at once. When you agree?" Admiral Zagan, with then on the monitor in the main bridge of the Vesalius, seeing that of a man wearing that of a white ZAFT coat, as he having that of a captain's a ZAFT military hat. However, he has that of a scar over the left side of his eye, basically cut right through his eye, but on the side of it instead. Also, his appearance is that of pretty gruff, but still seem a little bit young, as he looks like he's at least in his early 40s, but technically he has that of a person that's in his early 50s actually, as this being that Admiral Lucius again, basically a decorated commander and captain of ZAFT's 10th Fleet, and has the highest victories over the EA in space, with the only person that has been able to at least hold them off being that of the 8th Fleet of the Alliance, with then saying, Admiral Halberton, the man is a worthy opponent, I won't lie, but if it means that we were able to get the upper hand on the Alliance, then it has to be done. I have brought over all of the ships of the 8th Fleet from the corners of the Earth Sphere back to all together. If it means destroying the Legate ship and putting it into this war as soon as possible, then so be it. However, the Creuset, I want to make this abundantly clear. I'll be taking full command of this operation. You'll be support. I would want you as that of a second in command. That's all. That will be all. Do I make myself clear? With then, soon, the Creuset couldn't help but say, "Of course, sir. Of course. You're in charge. I will be playing that of second fiddle, and me and my squad will mostly be taking on that of the Legate ship to make sure that it doesn't descend to Earth and make it to Joshe," with then saying, "Good. Now, get ready." As soon the comms finally end, within LaCourse is saying, "I'll be telling the boys that we need to get ready." Within the captain saying, "Of course. Well, good luck hunting, sir." Saying, "Thank you as always, Captain." With that, he soon heads down, with then seeing that Isaac is actually up and is quite in that of a foul mood, with then saying, "Out of my way! I'm going to be taking place in this battle. You will not stop me!" With then Nicole trying to calm down the platinum-haired teen, with then soon after saying, "Isaac, you're still recovering." Saying, "Like hell! I won't just sit by and do nothing. I will take down the strike." With then hearing this, Athrun couldn't help but at least shudder at least a little bit, thinking that Isaac really wants to kill Kira, his friend, as he did say he will shoot him down the next time he sees him. But even so, he still he doesn't want anyone else to kill Kira, though. Just shows that how much he still cares about his childhood best friend after all. With then soon, Dirka couldn't help but speak up saying, "If you want so badly, maybe we can actually speak to the commander and he'll," with then saying, "You can tell me that now, Dirka, if you feel like it." With then getting completely off guard, hearing the voice of his commander, all four of them soon salute to him, with then saying, "At ease. We'll be ready for sortie in the next couple of hours, so be ready." With then soon Isaac saying, "Commander, please, let me take on this battle. Please, I'll do anything if it means to take down the strike once and for all." With then soon LaCroix couldn't say, "You sure about this, Isaac? You're still healing. After all, that bandit saying, it won't stop. Not until, even if I fully heal myself, it won't stop hurting. Not until I tear down that strike and its pilot limb from limb." With then soon Athrun still worried, with then soon LaCroix seeing this, as internally thinking, doesn't matter if he wants to take on the strike or not, and I could care less if Athrun feels sad losing his friend. But if Isaac dies, I would have to deal with Aurelia Jewel mourning over the death of her son, which would be a pain, and I'll lose a pretty useful pawn. But So I guess I'll have to but having to hear Isaac completely continue whining all the time is just as much of a pain. So I'll do this. With then saying, all right, Isaac, I'll let you sortie into the next battle. With then saying, thank you, sir. However, I will make this clear. Your job is to basically stay behind. If you get the chance to take out the strike, take it. However, if they begin to descend to the earth, I don't want you basically getting yourself a chance to be shot down. I'm already aware that the G weapons are able to enter the Earth's atmosphere, but I prefer it if you don't. I want to make sure that this team stays together. However, even so, after this battle, I would need to go to the capital and give my reports about our new findings, especially on the newest machine in this war that's now sided with the Earth Alliance. With then Nicole saying, you mean that new gun? You mean that the new mobile suit that looks like our G weapons by any chance? If I recall, wasn't there only supposed to be five mobile suits, not 6? With then soon Dirka saying, yeah, not only that, if I last recall, during this entire attack, during the attack as well, when we were trying to take out the Legate ship and the Alliance forces, he basically tried to convince us to leave away. Not only that, he even told us that Lacus Klein was on the ship. Basically shows that he's an enemy, but he's at least a graceful one. With then Isaac saying, it's just a damn natural trying to play with us. They're not our friends and they're not our allies. They're nothing but our enemy. With then soon, Athrun couldn't help but look down saying, Isaac's right. They are our enemy. But still, the way that mobile suit pilot acted, he acted courteously and kind to Lacus. Even if it was a sarcastic way, it still showed that he actually cared about what she had to say. Not only that, it even showed that he was actually trying to defend Lacus from the commander. Was he really desperate trying to bring down the strike that he would actually kill Lacus as well? If that's the case, why? With then soon Athrun shaking his head saying, no, that's not the commander for you. He may have his, ways on how he battles, but even so, he's different. He's not like that. I know it. With then Athrun's about to say something. However, Nicole actually puts his hand on his friend on his shoulder, with then saying, it's okay, Athrun. You don't have to worry. With then saying, right. But even so, within Creuset saying, after this battle, I'm giving you all time for shore leave. You'll be able to come with me back to the capital when on all my reports. Athrun, you'll get the chance to see your fiance again to make sure that she's perfectly okay after her harrowing experience in space. And with then soon hearing this, Athrun could up and say, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. With then saying, good. Now, like I said, follow my orders and be ready to sortie in a couple hours. With then all 4 of them saying, yes, sir. With back on the Archangel, as they finally arrived at the 8th Fleet. With then soon, comms began coming in, saying, sir, ma'am, we're getting as of a message from the 8th Fleet. It's coming from Admiral Halberton. With then hearing that name, Narumi couldn't help but feel happy hearing the name of her mentor. With then saying, put it through. With then soon on the screen showing that of a man in his looks like in his mid-40s with that of brown hair, with also wearing that of an elite Alliance uniform, saying, well, I'm glad to see that you're all right, Lieutenant Romius. With then saying, it's good to see you too as well, Admiral Burton. Within the Admiral couldn't help but comment saying, at ease, I'm just glad to see that both the Archangel and you all are doing well. And however, I have heard plenty of reports from all three of you and many of the other soldiers as well. Just let you all know, it's going to be but hearing it from all of you, it's going to be quite something, I have to say. Then soon Narumi can say, it will be, sir. Trust me. With that, soon many of the civilians began getting happy, and especially hearing that the fact that they'll be able to leave the Archangel and head back to Orb. With then Kira hearing this saying, it's finally over. We finally get to leave. With then soon Moo coming in saying, hey Kira, I know that you're about to leave and I know you're glad about that, but you think you could do us a favor? I know that you're not going to be piloting the strike anymore, but if you could at least try and open up the OS system to allow us to continue using it. With then hearing this, Kira can say, oh, sure, I'll be done. I'll take care of it in a bit. With then saying, awesome, that'd be great. With that, soon Kira flies out out of his bunk as well. With then Aaron basically going through the Alliance information on the Archangel as saying, seriously? Man, I know this shit was made from Orb and everything, but to be honest, it was like it was designed to not be unbeatable. Ugh, seriously, what a pain in my ass. With then Ali saying, if I recall, it was designed to be that of a copy of the White Base from the original Gundam series. With then saying, yeah, but White Base soon was destroyed at the very end of Gundam. Shows that the Trojan horse is truly not unstoppable. But even so, the Archangel has literally survived so many bullshit that it makes no damn sense. Ugh, you know what? Screw it. I'll just chalk it up to basically Seed being that of a pain in the ass series to deal with. That's all. But even so, I guess it's about time then soon as he was about to finish what he's about to say, he was soon cut off by that of a message on his monitor, as it coming from Admiral saying, Mr. Ace, we want you to come with us to meet with the Admiral Halberton. And explain your situation with us. It would be easier if you did. With then soon Aaron getting annoyed at this, saying, do I really have to? With then soon Nataro getting annoyed at Aaron basically acting childish. With then Aaron couldn't help but sigh, saying, don't worry, I'll be there. You don't have to make that face. Seriously, it takes away your beautiful charms when you scowl like that. With then soon hearing that, Nataro couldn't help but basically blush. With then saying, I'll be there soon, over and out. But then cutting the comm. With then many people on the bridge couldn't help but hear that. With then Narumi couldn't help but also smirk a little bit hearing that. With then Nataro looking around saying, what are you all just standing there for? You should all be getting back to work. As for many of you from Heliopolis, I think you all should get ready to leave as well. With then hearing this, Kuzi, Tola, Moralia, and Sai all look at each other while soon leaving as well. With Flay, she's soon thinking, we're going to be leaving the Archangel? With then soon she internally thinking, I don't want to leave yet. I don't want to leave Miss Ace yet. With then she began thinking, maybe. With soon she having that of a plan to stay on the Archangel. Couple minutes later, soon the Archangel crew are basically all together heading to meet with the main fleet of the 8th Fleet. With then soon, as Aaron is currently in that of an alliance uniform. However, it's basically unkempt and not even that of not even properly adjusted, with then saying, do I seriously have to wear this? I'm a mercenary, remember? Not an alliance soldier. With then Marumi couldn't help but say, I thought the same as well, but I think it's best if you do wear that to show that even though you're a mercenary, you're dedicated to helping out the alliance. With then Mu can help but laugh, saying, I don't know. I think it suits you after all. At least you're not wearing that tough cadet uniform. With then soon Aaron can help but think, ugh, don't remind me. Honestly, I feel like that uniform was basically made for gender stereotype. That's all. With then soon Nataro saying, Ace, try to act respectful, would you? This is a high-ranking commander in the Alliance military. After all, you're a mercenary, so you would want to get paid. Saying, yeah, I do want to get paid, but if I have something to speak up on, then I'll speak up. Simple as that. I'm not just going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not a lapdog soldier after all. With then hearing that, but soon Nataro saying, what? Saying, seriously, you heard what I said. With then saying, I don't think I like how you said that. Saying, oh, how did I say it? What, did you think that I was, saying it to you by any chance? With then hearing this, saying, why you? With soon the two are pretty close to each other. With then soon Aaron's eyes couldn't help but widen as he had that of a curious but also somewhat surprising look on him. With then soon Nataro saying, what does that look for? With then Aaron couldn't help but blush, saying, it's nothing. It's just that, you have really beautiful eyes. That's all. With then soon Nataro also blushing, saying, wait, what? Why would you? With then soon Mu couldn't help but laugh, say, oh my god, this was too good. I mean, honestly, thanks, kid. And you too, Ensign, as well. This actually did turn away some of the tension that I think some of us had. With then soon both Narumi and also Aaron basically look away from each other while both of them are still blushing. With then Nataro saying, why the hell am I blushing like a damn schoolgirl? I am a decorated and veterated soldier. I shouldn't be acting like this to a freaking kid. I mean, he's older than our volunteers, but still. With then Aaron thinking, seriously, why am I blushing to basically the Badger, for crying out loud? Don't get me wrong, she's hot and beautiful. That is basically a given and for sure. But even so, why? So just calm yourself, Aaron. It's not like it matters. With then soon, what? As the elevator soon closes, but then seeing that of the Admiral and that of and his secretary and by his side, saying, Lieutenant and Ensign and Commander, it's good to see you. And with then saying, you must be the boy that I heard of from the reports. The mercenary, if I presume. As soon as Halberton says this, his secretary couldn't help but narrow his eyes at Aaron. But then Aaron noticing this, saying, oh yeah, definitely, that guy hates me. Ugh, makes sense given that the bastard did also call out Kira after all, and brought up the fact about him wanting to continue piloting the strike. With then saying, yep, I am the mercenary. My code name is Ace. As for my real name, don't know it so much, suffering from amnesia after all. With then soon, the secretary is about to say something. However, the Admiral basically raises his arm saying, that's a shame to hear, but I'm guessing that's more of a lie after all. Saying, well, yes and no. The code name is basically what is the name that my mercenary company gave me. Given that, again, they didn't know my real name, and neither did I. I didn't join them until I was 5 years old after all. So it's not just my code name, but it's also my real name. I just don't, it's all I got after all, besides my mobile suit. Soon, the Admiral saying, I see. Saying, come with me. We have much to discuss. Saying this, they soon arrive into that of a board meeting room. Soon, the command within Aaron saying, I thought the vice minister would be in here. Saying, this is a military affair, not something that a politician needs to be involved of, after all. With Aaron basically smiling, saying, I knew there was a reason I still like this guy. He's one of the most bearable characters in C that's part of the Alliance chain that we actually like. Soon saying, that's fair enough. I can agree with that. The Admiral saying, I see. Well, before we truly start this meeting, Mr. Ace, tell me, the organization you're part of, Avalanche by any chance, why is it that you decided to join with the Alliance after losing all of your comrades, after all? Soon, thinking this through, but soon Aaron saying, Admiral Halberton, this guy he's honestly, I think he's the only person I can trust with this information, with the information I plan on giving him. So I plan on giving him some lies that I can know that can work, so I can give a chance to actually give him the information he needs, so he can be prepared when Blue Cosmos tries to fight back. And hopefully I'll be able to help him out once the battle starts as well. Saying, well, honest to God opinion, 2 reasons. First reason, well, the Alliance has more money, of course, since they have more resources on Earth, after all. So it only figures that I'll be able to get more paid, more than I would at ZAFT. Second reason, well, look what they did at Heliopolis. I mean, sure, it was Creuset's doing, after all, and a pilot of a certain, mobile suit too, as well, that basically kickstarted it all to begin with. Then soon, hearing this, Halberton couldn't help but raise an eyebrow at this, saying, but like I said, I joined the Alliance mostly for the money, and at least the Alliance didn't blow up an entire colony just to get mobile suits, after all, or steal them, causing tons of innocent people to suffer and lose their homes. So yeah, that's the second reason. Hearing this, everybody was shocked and surprised. Admiral Halberton couldn't help but smirk, saying, you're a mercenary with a conscience. Most of them only cared about getting money and getting paid. They could care less if innocent people lose their lives, saying, just because I'm a mercenary and a hired soldier doesn't mean I lose my morals. It's just like what I said. I wasn't going to join the Alliance. I wasn't going to join the Archangel crew if they didn't give Lacus Klein back to the ZAFT forces. Hearing this, the secretary spoke up, saying, that's also what I like to speak about as well. You basically blackmailed and also threatened our soldiers if they didn't give that of a coordinator girl, a girl that would be useful to try and end the war a lot sooner, if to us. Did you not think about your actions, or was it the money too good for? Soon, Admiral Halberton looked at his secretary, saying, that's enough now. Seeing the look on the Admiral, the secretary stepped back and saying, sorry, sir. Saying, that's right, little bitch. Just step your ass back. Most likely that this bastard is definitely a supporter of Blue Cosmos. No doubt about it. He's completely basically doing the same thing to me like he did with Kira, even though he wasn't in the room. So yeah, with then saying, well, like I said, I don't judge coordinators, naturals, coordinators, doesn't matter. Even though I am a natural as well, I see everybody as human, everybody as people. After all, I was raised by both naturals and coordinators in Avalanche. So of course I don't see them as my enemies. I only see those that my employers pay me to kill as my enemies. Simple as that. That's only it. They could be coordinator or natural, it doesn't matter. To me, I'm still being paid to kill human beings, end human lives. Simple as that. With then turning thinking, God, I feel like a psychopath. Man, this is even making me sick to my stomach as well. With then soon Halberton came up with to say, I see. You are quite the soldier. You're not afraid to follow the orders, but you also don't judge on your morals. You prefer not having civilians get involved, but you preferred that it's only a battle between soldiers. For that, I commend you, and I respect your resolve. For somebody of your age, you're quite something. Saying, well, I am 18, so I have had years of experience, even if it was truly on the battlefield. After all, with then hearing this, the Archangel crew basically confirmed our theories that Aaron, or rather Ace, is a child soldier. With then saying, now I have another thing to ask. That mobile suit. I remember on the reports and on the meeting that you had with my subordinates and Captain Bailey, and even that of the vice minister as well, that you build your mobile suit, and that you have a second one as well, saying, yes, I did build my mobile suit. I did build my Gundam, and there is a second one. However, it's the designs and the parts I got were basically bought them legally and some illegally as well. But even so, the Alliance can't take credit for what Avalanche created. I mean, it's possible. I mean, think about it. Anybody, if you get enough resources and enough money, you can basically build any kind of mobile suit. I mean, after all, our founder was a former director of the Atlantic Federation, so of course he would have the money that he could use to build a mercenary group, pay us, and also give the money that we need and resources that we would need to build our own mobile suits. So to be honest, it's not been too bad. With then hearing that, with then soon the Secretary Speed saying, you say that your leader of your organization was a former director of the Atlantic Federation. Who was he actually? Saying, well, I don't know his real name, but his alias is that of, well, Reeve to Westy, after all. With then soon Halberton saying, Reeve to Westy. Never heard of the name, but you did say it was an alias. Saying, well, of course. I mean, the guy had Blue Cosmos coming after him. So of course that he would definitely need to change his name and possibly his face and identity. With then soon hearing this, the secretary couldn't help but blanch at that. But then Aaron saying, gotcha. But then Halberton also noticed that his secretary stepped back as well, even though he didn't do anything, which shows that his secretary might be a member of Blue Cosmos. Within realizing, looks like I might need to reschedule and also reevaluate my staff for the 8th Fleet once this is over. With then soon Halberton saying, I see. Well then, I can't say I'm sorry for the loss of losing your leader and all of your other comrades of Avalanche. Saying, it's all right. I mean, I'm not truly the last member. There are some of us left out there somewhere. We just split off, that's all. Within Halberton saying, I see. So you're just the only one fighting with us. Saying, true. But what if you do fight somebody that was on ZAFT's side? Would you, saying, if that's the case, then either I disarm them or disable them, or possibly I would have to kill them. Simple as that. Within hearing that, would soon Narumi couldn't help but say, "You would kill your own comrade from your own company? But why? You fought together, we're together. You even said many of them raised you. So why would you?" Saying, "Because we're mercenaries. We fight for the coin. We fight for the paycheck. Simple as that. If we both have to fight each other for that paycheck, then it must be done. That's just how things are. I hope you understand. That's just the life we live. We're soldiers for hire. We're soldiers who do our job. Simple as that." Soon, Nataro couldn't help but think, maybe I've had him pictured different. Maybe I had him wrong all this entire time. I believe he plays the part of the Joker on off duty to try and hide his pain. If he's definitely a child soldier, then it shows. Maybe I should try and start over with him if I could. Soon, Admiral saying, "I see. Well then, if on the regards of the Alliance and us of the 8th Fleet, we look forward to you continue helping us out." Saying, that's not how it goes. My contract only works if once I deliver the Gundams to deliver the Archangel to the 8th Fleet. If you want me to deliver the Gundams to Joshua in the Descent, then you're gonna have to pay me extra. Hearing this, the secretary couldn't help but get annoyed with even that of Nataro and also Narumi as well, but she also understands that it can't be helped that he's also a mercenary. Mu saying, "Damn kid, you got guts." Saying, "Hey, it's the life of a mercenary after all." Soon Halberton could help but say, "I see. Well then, how much would it pay?" Soon everybody was shocked, with even Narumi saying, "Command Admiral!" It's saying, "At ease, Lieutenant. We need this young man's help. After all, we're going to lose the strike pilot, and we need another pilot to help us out and protect the Archangel, so we can get the data for the strike, after all, to Joshua, and hopefully mass produce our mobile suits to get an upper hand in this war, and soon end sooner as possible. It must be done." Hearing this, soon her secretary saying, "Also, speaking of the pilot of the strike, isn't it correct that he was a coordinator? Isn't it possible? And that even so, isn't it best is that we soon Aaron saying, "Shut it right there." Soon everybody looking at Aaron, saying, I could tell throughout this entire interview and meeting, you basically have been giving me the deaf eye. I know it's hard to believe that I'm a natural, and I can get that given my looks. But you basically thinking that Kira is a spy for the plants is completely and utterly ridiculous and stupid. The kid is basically from Orb, 100% a neutral. Not only that, the kid also suffers from being a pacifist. The guy hates fighting entirely. So you basically want to force a pacifist that basically despises fighting as a whole back into a mobile suit, or at least threaten him by using his friends, then you got another thing coming. Like I said, I have morals. I may not like the kid for being that of a hypocritical pacifist, but he still has a right to wanting to fight and not to fight as well. That's it. So, and if you guys try to blackmail him or threaten him to basically stay as a pilot for the strike and the Archangel, then I'm gone. Just like I said before, I have my morals and I don't budge on them. Got it? Hearing that, soon everybody was caught off guard. The secretary, on the other hand, seems completely and utterly livid as he was about to speak something, but then soon Halberton saying, "That's exactly how I feel as well." With then hearing this, the lieutenant Narumi came up and say, "Admiral," with then Nataro came up and speak saying, "Admiral Admiral Burton, please listen," saying, "No, he's absolutely right. I refuse to allow a civilian and personally a boy who doesn't want to fight continue fighting on our behalf. If we need to find a new pilot for the strike, then hopefully he'll be able to modify the OS good enough for us to work on. Simple as that. But if he can't, then we'll still allow Mr. Ace to help us. After all, he is a mobile suit pilot, trained, and he's quite good, as I recall, being able to fend off an entire squad of ZAFT forces and even disarm an entire Nazca class ship. Shows that he is good at what he's best at. So that's how it's going to be. But even so, I don't want to force him or his friends to stay on the ship if they don't want to." Within soon speaking to his secretary, saying, "Lieutenant, make sure to get the discharge papers to them." With then hearing this, blanching a little bit before soon nodding, saying, "Yes, sir." With then soon Narumi saying, "So you were planning on this?" Saying, "Like I said, it's completely up to them if they wish to. We can't force them to be part of it, even if they did volunteer. With then Aaron saying, "They'll probably ask, since they're neutral, and even if that they're neutral, that they're not really part of the alliance. But since they volunteered, it basically shows that they were part of the alliance. Is that of volunteer fighters, basically a militia close to that of ZAFT." With then soon the Admiral saying, "Yes, exactly. Well, you know your stuff," saying, "I know, like I said, many of the people I fought alongside with as my mentors and somewhat family were also alliance pilots as well. Defectors, yes, but even so." With then soon saying, "I see. Well then, this is adjourned. Before we leave though," with then soon showing the extra stars and medals as shown. "From this day forth, you all have been promoted." With then all three of them were actually shocked and surprised. With then Aaron saying, "Even though I didn't like Seed, I did like how these three did get promoted after the shit they basically have gone through." With then saying, "Captain Narumi Ramius, Lieutenant Nataro Bajiro, and Lieutenant Commander Mu Laflaga. From this day on, I hope to see you all continue going beyond my expectations and all of us for the Alliance." But after this, within soon, all three of them saluted, saying, "Sir." With then soon, Halberton looks at Aaron, saying, "As for you, Mr. Ace, you believe, can I speak to you privately?" With then hearing this, everybody was shocked, even the secretary. With then saying, "Of course." With then saying, "As for you, Lieutenant, please leave as well. I would like to speak with Mr. Ace by myself." With then hearing this, with the lieutenant saying, "But Admiral, sir, I think now." With then soon him clenching his fist, but soon saying, "As you wish, sir." With then all four of them leave. With then Nataro looking back at Aaron. With then Aaron looking back at Nataro, giving her a smile. With then she blushing before then walking back. With then soon Mu can help but say, "So, where do you think that's the Admiral wants to talk with the kid about?" With then Narumi can help but say, "Most likely about his mobile suit. After all, even if he did say he developed the mobile suit by himself, it still it would still be impossible to get the parts unless with then soon Nano saying you believe he might have stole them, or possibly that Avalanche might have bought the parts illegally. With then Moog come up and say, well, the black market is a thing, both not just on Earth but also in space as well. So you can't really rule it out. But even so, even if they did use black market parts, we can't really persecute the kid for that. Especially, even though he did build it, I'm pretty sure it was Avalanche who was the one who were planning on trying to design their mobile suits entirely. He might have been just the one to finish it while they were still in the middle of building. With then, soon, Narumi saying, let's just hope a kid like him doesn't continue fighting. The best chance we can for somebody like him to have a normal life is to end this war as soon as possible by getting to Jashay. But first, we should probably hand these papers back to the Heliopolis crew. With Aaron, you can always say, so, sir, what is it you want to speak of? With then saying, your mobile suit, or mobile suits as you say. You say that you were really planning on building those mobile suits entirely, saying, yep, we were planning on building them to fight alongside and fight at equal with ZAFT. But we also were aware that the Alliance were also planning on building mobile suits themselves. And they were going to be from Morgan Reed, where you think we got the parts from after all. With then soon Halberton saying, I see. So you stole them? Saying, nope, we procured them, paid for them legally entirely. Well, our founder did. We were just planning on building them and fixing them up, that's all. With then saying, I see. I mean, it wouldn't be right. After all, Morgan Reed may be a mobile suit company, may be a company founded by Orb, but they are still a company. They can still give their services to even outside of the outside, not just their country, but also not just to the Alliance as well. With then hearing this saying, yeah, they could even sell their services to ZAFT if they wanted to. But let's just say that wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, Blue Cosmos would definitely go after Orb as well. But let's just face it, the real reason on why Orb basically built those mobile suits for the Alliance was for the mobile suit data. With then saying, so you also knew about that? Saying, oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, I told you the main fighters of Avalanche may all be dead. However, the other members, they're not fighters. They're spy masters. With then saying, you don't say. Saying, Admiral Halberton, there are many reasons on why I decided to join the Alliance. One of those reasons is so I can meet with you, a man I feel like I can trust with this information. With then soon saying, okay, go on. With then Aaron basically going up to the man, bringing up his GP base, while soon going to Gundam Seed Wiki, as then bringing up the Cyclops system. With then saying, are you aware of the Cyclops system? With then saying, of course, I am. Saying, I figured. I mean, Orb, both the Alliance and ZAFT did use Cyclops systems a lot, after all. However, what if I told you that a Cyclops system was built under the Alliance's HQ of Jashay? With then hearing this, saying, you're joking, saying, no, I'm not. There actually is one right here. These are the base schematics for Jashay, and here are the other schematic for basically an underground layer of Jashay, secreted even to that of the ones who are building it, or to all those who are part of the Alliance's upper echelon. Only for those who are truly who are higher and higher, such as the directors, who were all members of Blue Cosmos. With then seeing this, the Admiral saying, how is this? Why would they? Saying, they're saying that there are rumors in the ZAFT forces that they plan on doing that of a full-scale attack on the surface on Earth. I've heard that it's possible that they're going after Panama, mostly because that's where Earth's last mass driver is. That isn't from Orb after all. But in reality, they plan on attacking Joshua. And once they do, the Alliance personnel, the higher-ups, are going to leave Joshua and then activate the Cyclops system. Not just killing the Alliance soldiers who they would use as martyrs and tools for more propaganda, but they would also kill all of the soldiers from ZAFT as well, basically making it a big-ass loss for ZAFT. With then hearing this, soon Admiral couldn't help but clench his fist in anger, saying, I can't believe it. Why would they? With saying, it's just like that. Blue Cosmos would do anything to end the lives of coordinators, all in the name of their blue and pure world. Just saying that actually pisses me off. With then saying, so why tell me this? You're one of the most renowned and most respected command admirals in the Alliance military. Hell, even those in Eurasia see you as quite respectable as well. However, the Atlantic Federation is filled with too many of those Blue Cosmos bastards. I'm only telling you this now. If you survive this battle, if you survive any forces with ZAFT in the coming of hours or even tomorrow, I want you to not go to Joshua, because they'll use your death. Hell, they'll use all of those who aren't supporters of their ideas of Blue Cosmos to basically as martyrs. And I think a good man such as you doesn't deserve to die. Not yet. With then soon Halberton taking all of this in, saying, I see. Well then, I thank you for that. With then saying, of course. But also, I'll expect being paid, and once I depart from the ship after all. With then soon pulling out that of basically showing him that of a bank account number, saying, make sure to transfer the money to this account. With then saying, doubtful that they will be able to transfer money from here to an account in another universe. With then soon out of the story saying, little did Aaron know, they literally did wire basically that's of $5,000 to an account to another universe, and it worked. With then soon Aaron saying, well, I'll catch you later, Admiral. Hope we can meet again in the future. With then hearing this, soon saying, I wish the same thing, Mr. Ace. With then soon leaving the meeting room, back on the Archangel, the Heliopolis crew were getting their discharge papers. With then soon everybody was shocked and surprised. With then soon Sai saying, but we weren't part of the Alliance. With then soon even so, with then Natero saying, even so, you were working with us and helping in operations as well to keep the Archangel safe. So of course you do need this, not to show that we forced you into this as well. With then Flay soon stepped up saying, excuse me. With then soon Natero saying, you don't need discharge papers, Miss Alster. You weren't part of the crew, saying, I know, but I actually want to enlist, to be fair. With then hearing this, with soon everybody was shocked, even Sai saying, Flay, what are you talking about? With then saying, I don't want to leave just yet, but I believe I made a bond with the Archangel. Not only that, seeing that what both Kira, Commander LaFlaca, and even and what Ace was able to do, I don't want to just sit back and do nothing, knowing that everything that we saw, everything that has happened, I want to stay on the ship and do what I can to help out. I want to find what is possible for me to do. With then hearing this, with soon Tola, Moralia, and Cuzzy also caught off guard about this. Sai, on the other hand, was completely and utterly shocked, thinking that what Flay is doing is insane and crazy. However, part of him couldn't help but respect her determination as well, while the other part of him basically wants to go to her father and tell him that she's being crazy for enlisting. With this debate inside, with soon Nataro couldn't help but speak up, saying, "All right then, if you like, please come with me." With then soon Flay following the newly appointed lieutenant. Within soon Toll basically ripping up his discharge papers. Within Morale saying, "Toll, what are you saying?" "Well, you heard Flay. It wouldn't feel right to just leave her here after all." With then hearing that, Moralia couldn't help but rip up her papers too. With then soon saying, "What about you, Sai? You plan on coming too, Cuzzy?" With then the sunglasses wearing young man couldn't help but sigh, saying, "I'm Flay's fiance after all. It wouldn't feel right to just leave her by herself." Within ripping up his discharge papers. Within soon Cuzzy saying, "Wait, seriously guys? You're really doing this?" With then soon Toll saying, "So, are you gonna stay or not?" With then Cuzzy couldn't help but say, "Oh man, alright, fine. I'll stay too," as he rips up his papers as well. After that, soon with Kira, he's soon with that of the Heliopolis, survivors, as he's about to go onto the shuttle heading to Earth. Within the same little girl that he saved, with basically gives him that of an origami flower, as he couldn't help but feel happy for the gratitude that she gave him. With then soon, he hears his name as it coming from his friends. Within Kira saying, "Hey guys, you finally came." With then soon Toll giving him his discharge papers, saying, "What are these?" Saying, "Your discharge papers after all. If you're planning on leaving, you gotta sign those." Saying, "Oh, right." But then soon saying, "But you guys are still in your alliance uniforms. Why are you?" With then soon Cuzzy come up and say, "Well, because we decided to stay." With then Kira saying, "Wait, what? But why?" With then soon Moralia saying, "Because Flay decided to enlist, and as her friends, we can't just let her stay on the ship by herself. After all, she also wants to find her own path and find her own way to help out. So that's what we're here for, to help out." With then hearing this, Kira saying, "Flay? Flay is staying on the ship? But why? I thought for sure that she would." With then soon, within Tola saying, "Well, see you around, Kira. Make sure to say hi to tell our parents that we'll be okay. And we'll also be trying to help out and end this war as possible." With that, soon, Kira couldn't help but clench on to the discharge papers. Within an Alliance soldier saying, "Hey kid, you coming or what?" With that, Kira's eyes looked determined, before then soon remembering, "So tell me, Kira, what are you truly fighting for? And you can't just keep on saying you're friends when you have a reason, when you need a better reason to fight for." With then soon Kira saying, "I do have a reason to fight for, and my friends are a proper reason to fight for, Ace." With then soon tossing the papers, as then he heads back to the Archangel. With then soon, it seems like ZAFT forces have finally shown up. With then Narumi saying, "It looks like we'll be doing this alone." With then Moralia soon saying, "Well, you won't, Captain." With then Narumi was caught off guard, saying, "What? What are you all?" With then soon, everyone saying, "We decided to stay. After all, if Flay's enlisting, we should too." With then soon, Nataro saying, "Wait, Flay's staying and enlisting? Why would she?" With then Nat saying, "But I'm guessing Kira decided, if you're all here, where's Kira?" With then soon Toll saying, "Well, actually, we don't. I think he might have gone to the ship, but we can't blame him. After all, he didn't want to fight to begin with." With then Narumi couldn't help but sigh to herself, but saying, "That is true, and I don't want to continue forcing him." With then, however, hearing this conversation in the bridge, with then Eren saying, "Doubtful. As long as his friends are on this ship, he'll do anything to protect it. That's just the kind of person early Kira is. He'll come back, definitely." With then soon, Eren couldn't help but say, was leaving his room as he plans on getting on his pilot suit and saying, and it's about time for me to show what I'm capable of." With then, as he enters the pilot suit changing room, as he saw that Flay is there, with then she's saying, "Oh, Mr. Ace," I saying, "Flay, what are you?" Right. This is the time where she basically looks at Kira's suit. With then soon she realized, wait, she didn't open Kira's locker. Then what locker did she? With then soon looking at his pilot suit, saying, "Are you fucking kidding me?" With then saying, "Were you planning on going into? I heard that you enlist, but were you seriously planning on taking my pilot suit?" With saying, well, I just thought," saying, "God, you're crazy." With then grabbing his suit before then saying, "If you want to help out, we could still use, I believe some people could still use your help on the bridge. I mean, you were a tech student after all, were you?" Saying, "Well, yeah, I was, but I'm not that smart after all, unlike the others, so hey, no reason to try. I mean, you can't at least try somebody to teach you. Take over for somebody on the ship if you can. At least for it. Hell, you could even take over from Moralia and for comms and everything, especially on detecting mobile suits. There's always a chance for you to help out. You can't, after all, you did say you wanted to enlist and help out, didn't you?" With then soon hearing this, Flay couldn't help but cling to Eren. With then Eren completely caught off guard, saying, "What the hell? What is she?" With then realized, oh my god, a girl is hugging me. An actual girl is hugging me. And it isn't my mother. An actual girl is hugging me. And it's fucking Flay Alster. With it saying, "Thank you. Thank you for your words. I appreciate that so much." Saying, "Wait, seriously? She's thanking me for basically trying to motivate her?" Oh my, with then realizing, oh my fucking god. Now this actually does make sense. Literally, Flay is nothing but a damn prize in this series. I mean, she's nothing but fucking fan service as well. So yeah, I can actually understand why she's actually clinging to me. With then soon, Flay couldn't help but actually kiss Eren on the lips. With then soon, as Kira enters, with then Kira's eyes widening in that of shock and surprise. With then soon, Eren noticed Kira saying, "Kira, hey, what's up? You decided to stay on the ship? Well, that's interesting." With then saying, "Yeah, I came back. I wanted to help my friends." With then, and I heard that you enlist, Flay, so I didn't just want to leave you here as well. With then Flay couldn't help but nod and say, "Thank you, Kira. I appreciate that a lot. And do your best. You too, Ace." With then soon saying, "Yeah, definitely." With soon Flay walking out, as then soon Kira looking at Ace with that of look of, well, persecution and also that of disgust, saying, "Seriously? You're going after Flay? You do know that she's engaged, right?" Saying, "You don't have to tell me that. I'm fucking aware, dumbass. She kissed me. I didn't." And it was surprising, actually. With then saying, "What am I going to tell? What are you going to tell Sai about this?" Saying, "You ain't going to tell shit." Saying, "But don't tell him. Seriously, you want to tell your best friend that he's basically cheating on an actual mercenary? You really think that's going to work? You really think that things are going to work out that well?" With then hearing this, but soon Kira saying, "Why?" Saying, "I thought the same thing, dude. I thought the same thing." With that, soon, within the two putting on their pilot suits, as then Flay saying, "I'll do my best. I'll do my best for Mr. Ace. I'll do my best for him and him alone." With then Flay heading to the bridge, as soon the ZAFT forces appear, as the 10th Fleet is going to battle with the 8th Fleet. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. And oh my god, another long chapter. I feel so tired. Also, this is the last chapter where in the beginning we're going to be in the real world, and I'm going to switch back to the seed world because now this is all going to stay in the seed universe. So yeah, at any rate, it's going to be a while until we head back to the real world. So yeah, and with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. I wanted to focus a lot on, well, on Eren basically, well, calling Kira out for his hypocrite bullshit and basically hypocrite pacifist tendencies after all. And honestly, a lot of Gundam characters are pacifists. I know that. However, some of them are pacifists that aren't afraid to basically fight back if it's called necessary to protect those that they care about. And Kira, on the other hand, pacifist tendencies is goddamn toxic. And that's how I see it. That's how I've always seen it. So yeah, any rate. Also, Flay, I'm going to try and make Flay a lot more likable. Still toxic, but at least in a toxic, likable way. So yeah, not only that, now Eren's starting to make waves into the Gundam universe, given Halberton the information about the Cyclops system at Jashay, and is also aware, and not only that, also told him about a spy network within Alliance, which is basically the cover for him already knowing about everything that's going to happen in Seed. And thanks to the Gunpla base being also access to anything Gundam related, such as the wiki, he'll basically be able to get plans and information on that of all the other shit that happens in Gundam. So yeah, with all that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my videos when I upload on the channel. Also check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon. All link in the description below if I remember to do so. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki signing out. Later guys, and I hope you all take care.